Hey guys, Zeph here, and it's another response to KJBTheprodogy. Once again, coming correct. Always appreciative, man. Definitely much appreciative of that. He was spoken about warranty versus reliability. Now, of course, warranty is definitely the way you want to go. I definitely was not saying that. I'm saying that at least they were smart to put a warranty in place, and I knew they would. What I meant was when I can depend on them to do it, yes, you can depend on it to it, but I didn't explain why you can depend on to it. And yeah, they did it because the ROD became an issue and they had no choice. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that they put it in place because, well, what I meant was that you can, how to put this? Yeah, they were reliable because you know how Microsoft is going to work. They'll do whatever they got to do to stay out of court. That's what I meant by reliability. Sometimes it's good to use the system to kind of help you out. And when it comes to Microsoft, the system always works. Some people may not understand that, but it's okay. But I definitely choose reliability at all counts. On PlayStation 3, the reason why there's a PlayStation 3 in my home, there's a reason why there might be a PSP in our home, there's a reason why there's a PC in my home. I mean, unless you're going to talk about the Wii, then the Wii kind of blows them all out the water, but you get the idea. But yeah, reliability is always where you want to go. Also, I did do a little bit of search on the pandemic on the Xbox 360 Modern Warfare. On those, I found no existence of it, aside from the normal brick, sadly. The normal bricking that, ROD and whatnot. But as for PlayStation 3s, would you say regarding the PlayStation 3, I wasn't referring to the recent situation. That was nothing. Honestly, it was a childish mistake that they shouldn't have done, but nonetheless, it was of nothing. I was referring to the 1.40 patch. That's what I was referring to in terms of Sony bricking their systems. That bricked all the systems. I wasn't referring to the what do you call that? I wasn't referring to that recent apocalypse thing. No, that was nothing. But I'm surprised you didn't know about it because the 1.40 patch is kind of infamous. Pun intended. Anyway, now we also talked about Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3 problems. That goes with the reliability versus warranty thing. And yeah, I don't need to do the research, buddy. We all know that the Xbox 360 has its problems. That's not what I was referring to. But yeah, disk scratching though is part of the warranty. But of course, you can always just say it's just the ROD and it'll get covered with no problem at all. But I mean, I'm not talking about being all like that anyway. Let's see what else. In terms of the Dreamcast Online thing, I get what you're saying now. I do understand what you're saying, and for the most part, you're right. Of course, Sega actually did have a online component for their Genesis not recently, but before. I actually I got a hold of it, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. Not because it didn't work, but I didn't know how to. Mostly because I was so used to being on PCs that would just kind of blew my mind at the time. Oh, and then also I want to give you props for definitely catching me on what I said regarding when I said that Microsoft has done more for anyone in this industry. I had Sony on the mind. And I also screwed up the second time when I said Nintendo has done more for this industry than anyone. That's not what I meant. Neither one of them has done nothing for this industry compared to Miyamoto. Okay, Miyamoto, in my opinion, has single-handedly molded this industry. There are other ones too, but for the most part, Miyamoto is definitely a solid case in terms of who has modified this industry to be what it is today. I mean, I would always stand behind that, That's why there will be a Nintendo system in my house at all times. There will be a Wii. There will be everything because I stand behind Miyamoto and his dream and everything that he's done. Now, in terms of this being success, I still go by Sega, buddy. I mean, like I said, Sony made it popular maybe, but still the crown belongs to Sega. Oh, also on the I want to correct you too on the N64. I don't think that was a CD drive. I think that was a disk drive. I think that was like another cartridge slot. It's similar to that, I believe. I'm not 100% sure what it was. They never really gave any information on it, but they called it a disk drive. So I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, now your ending of your video was kind of weird now. So I'm going to try to answer it the best I can. Your final response was a response to my thing of what has Mickey done to the industry. You said that because they were charging dedicated servers, and no, that's not the case. You're not thinking, I don't want to say like a child, but that kind of was the case. And no disrespect, but I mean, hey, I'm just letting you know there's no disrespect behind it at all. But right now, see, that's the biggest problem right now with PSN or in PlayStation 3 users, because they don't seem to understand this. PSN is kind of in deep shit right now. See, a lot of people don't understand that. You guys can knock the income that's Microsoft has provided with Xbox Live all you want, but the fact of the matter is, it still stands that they are getting more content to us, to any gamer actually, than Sony is doing with PSN, because PSN doesn't have that income. You know, that kind of goes with what I was saying before regarding you need to purchase your items at home. You go to my home, go check it out. You'll see my wife's big old booty sitting right there on the wall on a picture. I bought that picture. Why? Because I wanted to support PSN. I wanted to do my part. And, you know, also I have a thing for booties. I can't help it. I'm a black male. What the hell? Don't hold that against me. I'm just saying that I like big butts. Anyway, so, yeah. Another thing is that, with that being said, too, and you'll see, I'll talk about more of this on an interview that I did with Hellhound 30X, but you'll see that there's some premium games out there that's use dedicated servers like Uncharted 2 and Killzone 2, and I think that premium content that Sony's been talking about, that's those games will be part of that little premium part, which means that you will not be able to play them without paying the service fees. Now, I know what you're saying. No, the president of Sony said that gaming will be free. Yes, he did say that. But he didn't say all gaming will be free. You know, plus, on a business level, I got to say that that would be a logical choice to do. A lot of people want to hit and pick on Xbox Live and whatnot, but honestly, they did a logical choice. It was intelligent of them to make that move. And now PSN is actually seeing that right now. And even with Nintendo Connect, or We Connect 24, they're also... as you see there is also some issues there. They're getting you content, but as you see, in order to get free gameplay, in order to get free gameplay, you're kind of getting a watered down system, as you know when We Connect. It's still a good online system, kind of, but you get what I'm saying. Hold on a second, where was number 2? Oh, number 2, you said they don't allow the best online. I don't understand what you meant by that. I'm guessing you meant dedicated servers, and companies, Microsoft provides dedicated servers, but it's up to the company to use them. It really is. Now, another thing you said was Blu-ray, and I did another video and I stated this already, but I'll go ahead and say it again, that all they would have to do, the companies would have to do, is just release a game and then release the rest in downloadable content, which apparently is the case, and I was right. It's okay, you'll get used to that, but I was right, because Capcom did it with Resident Evil 5 Gold, that is, and so the companies are willing to do a workaround. That means that's not affecting the industry. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't think they should have to do a workaround, but the fact that they're willing to do a workaround speaks in volumes. You know, not just about the industry, but about the system as well. So that's all I wanted to say about that. So anyway, man, like I said, fantastic points. You really did a fantastic job, definitely. For those who are not subscribed to KJB The Prodigy, by all means, you are missing out. Subscribe to this guy right now. And be good with it. For the record, though, man, I want to say I don't hate your brother or anything like that. I got no hate for your brother. In fact, to be honest with you, the fact that he's not blocked by now already proves I have no hate for him. You know, and then when he does reply on my videos, I do respond to him. You know, and it seems like he's a cool cat. Whatever reason he's got this fetish on me, but whatever's whatever. You know, but anyway, you guys have a good night. Peace and love.